The Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th century was the period in which our world became more industrial and urban. Prior to the invention of all the machinery we know of, our society depended on more nature. In the late 1600s, the new era of technology arrived with new inventions and industrial techniques, starting in Great Britain and then spreading to Europe, North America, and then to the rest of the world. Factories did not have to depend on wind, water, nor animals to produce. No longer was nature a factor in our industrial economy.
The engine initiated the Industrial Revolution, allowing for economic situations of many countries to change completely. This new change also caused a lot of replacement of manual labor, which obviously led to unemployment. In the year of 1698, Thomas Savery, a military engineer with rich knowledge in mathematics and natural philosophy and great curiosity for new things, created the first commercial steam engine. Later on in the year of 1712, Thomas Newcomen improved Savery's previous design by inventing the atmospheric steam engine. However, all the inspiration for his inventions came from Edward Somerset of Worcester. Thomas Savery and John Desaguliers' research which led Thomas Newcomen to invent practical and useful steam-powered machines.
The steam engine impacted the world in such a way that there was no longer limitations in the mind of men. This invention was the beginning force of the Industrial Revolution. Mass production, giving cheaper goods with improved quality, and railways and steamships, which improved and quickened communications, thus allowing manufacturers to harness the power of steam, researching a new production era in the 18th century that no one had ever seen before.
In 1733, John Kay invented the flying shuttle. This allowed thread to be woven at a faster rate. It was able to do the work of 2 people. Before the invention, weavers had to pass the shuttle through the warp threads by hand, enabling the process of weaving to be faster.
By April 1793, Eli Whitney had designed and constructed the cotton gin. Gin derived from the word engine, a machine that automated the separation of cotton seed from the cotton fiber. This machine was powered by a horse and later by a steam engine. This invention allowed the southern states to make up to 50 pounds of cotton a day and finally profit from running a cotton farm. And farmers found themselves making more money than ever thanks to Eli Whitney.
With the seed separator, the number of shipped slaves were increased and the payment was lower. By the 19th century, cotton was America's leading export. Whitney and Miller offered to build and install cotton gins throughout the South and take a portion of the cotton produced by each plantation as a payment. This disagreement of the farmers led to pirated versions of the cotton gin, some of them better than the original model. The cotton gin transformed the economy of America. The South produced more cotton than ever before. It was cheap to produce domestically, and it meant a huge increase in exports. And the North now had a steady supply of cotton for their textile mills.
All these inventions only led to new business activities that took place in major urban areas, resulting in overpopulation in some cities and eventually creating gaps between rich and poor.
William Murdoch, a Scottish engineer, started experimenting with gas produced by heat coal for lightning in the year of 1792, and by 1794 he was producing gas coal with an iron tube piping through a gun barrel which produced light. By the year 1850 he was able to fully lit a cotton mill over 900 gas lights. However, Murdoch did not make any profit out of his invention.
The industrial growth in the United States in the early 1800s progressed steadily up to and through the American Civil War. Not only for the Americans, but also the Europeans, the industry had changed the way they lived in the 1800s. Machines replaced hand labor in manufacturing, businesses rapidly increasing their productivity, but cutting down on jobs.
1884, Maxim created the first ever machine gun, making warfare 5 times as deadly. This new gun fired as many as 600 rounds per minute.
The Model T, also known as Tin Lizzy, changed the way Americans lived for work and travel. Henry Ford's revolutionary advancements in assembly line automobile manufacturing made the Model T the first car to be affordable for a majority of Americans. For the first time, car ownerships became a reality for average American workers, not just the wealthy. More than 15 Model Ts were built in Detroit and Highland Park, Michigan. An automobile was also assembled at a Ford plant in Manchester, England. At plant in continental Europe, today, the leading cause of pollution in the U.S. is motor vehicles that were produced by Henry Ford.
The way the average American worker got to work would be changed forever. There were centuries of changes and positive outcomes. There were still things to look out for. Not only were these things changing the world, but it was just the beginning of a battle between a healthy environment and industrial caused pollution. Some environmental movements emerged caused events like National Earth Day and Clean Air Act in 1970 or Clean Water Act in 1972. Regardless of new laws and regulations, factories and some industries continue to pollute the air, water, and land.
The Industrial Revolution changed the world slowly into what it is now, making society more efficient of itself. Even though the industrialization was the main cause to several damage our environment, including pollution, it revolutionized the power of human capacity to do something. Even today, we continue to grow and create new ways to facilitate our lives. Industrialization was and is only another way of human survival.